Okay, if these guys don't have shipment over here, then okay, I was gonna say. If they didn't have shipment on this game, I was about to actually go and straight up install Vanguard or something. I'm not even joking. At least Vanguard was so fast that it turned like the smaller maps basically into shipment. But it looks like they got the normal quick play, party modes, crank. I don't even know why this lighthouse thing in here. There's no way you have more than like 2,000 players that have ever picked this playlist. Shipment 24/7 is there, should just be a staple. Gunfight, 10v10, close quarters. Okay, yeah, I like that. And third person mosh pit. Yeah, this is pretty good. For some reason, it feels like there's so many more playlists on this game, even though there really isn't. It's just presented in a different form. Anyway, all right, what's going on, guys? It's Chef. We're back here over on some more Modern Warfare 2, and the gaming world collectively weeps. Just making progress on my overall mastery, grand mastery grind or whatever. I literally have like less than 10 guns to go at this point, I'm pretty sure. This would have been done a long time ago, but again, I just took this at my own pace, whatever. And it'll be nice too that I'll actually finish it anyway. I'm using the M16. I really wish they had hardcore just because of weapons like this. Oh my, the game feels so weird whenever you stop. Dude, if you go from XDefiant to this game feels so... Why does everything feel so heavy and slow? I'm not playing that sweaty lobby. I made a mistake by doing well at all. And it was so nice not to think about skill-based matchmaking that entire time that I was playing XDefiant, and I was still running into good players. I still would back out a lot because I knew the next one will likely not be that bad. This game is just, they're able to find a whole lot of them that are just not fun lobbies for me. And it's just a constant too. And then the good lobbies are like very few, far in between. It's just a miserable experience for anyone that's actually, you know, starts liking the game. Out of here too, yeah. Hey, I told you, but I'm backing out. I don't care. Stats? I don't give a shit about stats. The whole game is built around making my stats fall anyway. When I'm seeing pro players that are 2 times the player I am, like 1 point something, like it's not the same shit anymore. Go from a lobby of seeing people that have like ghost skins and shit to then spawning into another game where literally everyone in the lobby has CDL skins. Immediately, you can just tell. I knew this was gonna happen too. As soon as I get back on this game, I'm just gonna sit here and just long to play XDefiant because I know that there's something just mechanically better. I don't know if it's because it's the M16 and it's just like a burst weapon or whatever, but the aim assist feels insane on this game. Also, all the kills on this game feel a lot less satisfying because of the way that the aim assist is. Because of the weaker aim assist over on XDefiant, this feels ridiculous. I feel like I was playing some kind of aim trainer. One thing I do really like though is quick fix. One thing about XDefiant is the HP regen is a little slow for all of the characters that aren't using Libertad anyway. That also makes sense as to why people would also play Libertad, because you just win way more fights. You can also get into way more fights more often. So it makes a lot of sense as to why people would play a character like that. Nothing feels worse than hitting somebody with like 3 bursts of an M16, but it's only like 1 bullet from every single burst and they still don't die. It feels like once I'm on target, at least some of the bullets are just gonna hit. And then once the bullets start hitting, they just all start connecting afterwards. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, it's so sweaty. The feeling of being able to outplay somebody is just completely gone in this game. It just doesn't really feel like I'm ever outplaying anything. Like, the only outplay potential that I feel is like me being able to shoot first. Because everybody knows that as soon as anybody like locks on and they start hitting shots, every bullet's gonna hit. I saw somebody leave the most unhinged comment. They were angry that I was talking about like the aim assist or whatever over on XDefiant. I simply explained how it feels more rewarding to hit shots with less aim assist, because that's a thing, and that was a thing that was discussed during like Black Ops 3, which was a thing I also brought up in the video, but I guess he just didn't care. He said that, of course, I wouldn't mind aim assist getting nerfed. I'm good at mouse and keyboard too. No, I'm not. Dude, I am not good on mouse and keyboard. You have no idea what you're talking about. To me, aim assist getting weaker just evens the playing field a bit more. It makes the experience better for people that aren't using controller, because now we have like a whole crossplay thing. And I'm talking like maybe just a little, like 20% aim assist. I'm not saying no aim assist. I'm not even saying half weaker. Just like 20%. They don't even have to like make an entire blog post about it. Honestly, that's the play that they should do. And less aim assist doesn't actually always equate to less shots hit. Guy's name is SBMM Smells. Also engagement-based smells. It's the fact that like I know exactly how the games are gonna go just from my last game that is just baffling to me. It's a public match. We have a ranked mode. I don't understand. I don't understand. How am I getting zapped by the zap chargey thing if I literally have battle hardened up? Dude, what the fuck? The M16 is so bad! Poly's done. Swap over to the MP7. It's gonna be a whole different ballgame with this. UFC event tomorrow. We got Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone. That is a guaranteed barn burner. There's no possible way that fight can be boring. at all. It's not possible. Neither of those guys have ever had a boring fight. Not possible. Neither of them take a step back. They both want to be the aggressor. There's no way. I just really hope Ricky understands exactly how athletically gifted Song actually is. Because if they're going to sit there and just start cracking in the pocket with each other, it's going to be... This fight's not going to last long, I'm telling you. The rest of the card is kind of, you know, whatever, but main event is definitely a guaranteed banger. And it's just another sweaty lobby. Basically, if you want to keep having fun in this skill-based matchmaking system, you just have to stay bad. Because it punishes you as you get better. Whereas the other system rewards you for getting better. There's always someone worse. There's always someone better. There's just no movement options. I have no idea what the fuck they were thinking with this game, man. Although I've heard some rumors. There's no way that they end up building the game the same way. Even if this is supposed to be, you know, just an extension of MW2, apparently they're not calling it MW3. Also, another thing, I really hope the perks that we have aren't super weak. I cannot stand the Call of Duties where you can't really do anything to deal with, like, the flashes and stuns and shit like that. Like, I should not be able to be completely blinded when I have a perk that is supposed to prevent me from being blinded. I know it says that it reduces the effects. I get that, but it needs to literally stop the effect from happening, at least to its 100% effectiveness. You know what I'm saying? Wait, I just realized, wait, why are my flashes white? There we go, that's much better. Still though, my screen should just never be fully blind. That's just my opinion. If I have a perk that is supposed to literally counter that exact thing, where's the balance then? I get that they keep buffing it and everything, but all that needed to happen was just to prevent me from being full blind. That's it. And if I didn't use quick fix in this game, using quick fix on shipment is like using Libertad. Also, I saw like this one thread that was going around where they were like, I forget whose it was, but they were giving feedback to like all the devs, and they basically like made pretty broad talking points. A lot of devs were like replying to it, laughing at it, saying that like we don't know how it works and all this other shit. I mean, here's the thing, we could just like shut the fuck up and never give feedback, you know? And the weirdest thing is though, all of those devs, not a single one of them actually explained or replied to any of it whatsoever. Not a single one of them. I thought that was super telling. And I'm not even saying this as like an opposition or some shit. They don't really care. They see it all. They do see it. There's a lot that goes into it, which a lot of us assume. I've watched it happen with I don't know how many other companies. I've seen Call of Duty do it in small periods of time, and then it just drops off completely. That's not down to it being more complex at that point. It's their choice to be slower at that point. I'm sure that the devs have their reason. The issue is that there's just no explanation at all. And sure, you can call us armchair devs, but here's the thing. We wouldn't seem so uneducated if it wasn't this mystical, magical rocket science game development that none of us could ever possibly understand. That's what it really feels like when they reply like that. Like we could just never understand. Like some people start taking this shit really personally and they start attacking devs and shit like that. And for sure, I definitely had my fair share of just dog shit takes. I recognize that. It's embarrassing shit. One thing that I learned from devs that are actually communicating and have explained a little bit about the processes of changing things. This entire system, they need to kind of know where to look, where to even start, what would even start triggering this certain thing to happen. They need to find the consistency. They need to find a way to replicate it. Like that kind of communication. Instead, we just have devs calling us armchair devs. And it's like a rolling joke. Relax, we're not trying to take your jobs. We don't want it. I forgot to change my camo over, so I just wasted that entire game, basically. So we'll go and put Orion on, and then we have to do the 400 kills with the M16. Once the M16 is done, I gotta do 74U cast-off. These are all extra weapons, so I don't need to do them. Yeah, after I'm done with the M16, I just need to do these 2 cast-offs, and then I need to finish the SMGs, which I already have like 1 or 2 of them done. Yeah, I just have less than 10 weapons to go. Song Yudong will probably beat Ricky. I'll say TKO. It's gonna be a 5-round fight. They both have styles that, sure, they can go for 5 rounds, probably, but just the way that both of them tend to start the fights and the way that they both react to ever getting cracked or caught with something, or whenever they feel like they're falling behind, both of them are always trying to get something back. So it's just gonna turn into this thing where it's gonna be like rock'em sock'em robots type shit. I can see both of these guys just biting down on the mouthpiece and just standing in the pocket. It's gonna be really good. But we're back on MW2. Honestly, I might go and try to play like Vanguard or Cold War or some shit like that. You know, Cold War deserves more respect. Cold War is an actual complete game with a shit ton of content in it, and generally it's a liked game, and is honestly probably the best out of like the past, what, 4 years or whatever. If we go MW2, Vanguard, Cold War, and Modern Warfare 2019, I think Modern Warfare 2019 would probably win that kind of vote. But I think Cold War is actually a better, more completed game. And we're not even going to talk about zombies. Modern Warfare has always lacked a zombies mode, and their other modes have always been in the gutter, until Warzone anyway. They always had like, I remember Modern Warfare 3 had that one mode, I forget what it was Spec Ops, right? Spec Ops was their thing, whereas Treyarch had the zombies. It was a massive mismatch there in the secondary multiplayer mode of the game. Zombies clear. Cold War has a completed zombies experience. Modern Warfare doesn't even have zombies. Yeah, I mean, it's just better. Vanguard is insanely fast-paced though, and that was honestly really fun.